What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Courtside Culture Podcast. I'm your host, Jeremy Jeffers, and today we're joined by a true Rocky Mount native, Northern Nash legend, Norfolk State standout, and seasoned pro with a career that took him across the globe. From making noise in the MEAC to building businesses and pouring back into his hometown, his journey is all about staying true to your roots. This guy is all about impact, legacy, and never forgetting where you came from. Please welcome to the Courtside Culture, my guy, Moe Deloach. What's good, baby?
What's going on? What's
How
going
you
on?
doing? How was the light drive over?
Oh no, it was good, man. Wilson right there, man. You know,
Oh, yeah.
that's home.
Yes, sir.
That's home. We all in the 2-5 together. So
Yes,
it's right
sir.
there.
So talk to us, man, about growing up in Rocky Mount, man, and playing at Northern Nash, and what shaped your early hoop identity.
Just playing in the hood, man. You know, it's totally different now. You know, playing
Yeah.
AAU. I ain't really lock into the AAU because it wasn't really that big.
It wasn't the same.
You know what I mean? It wasn't the same. So me growing up, you know, all my skills really came from playing at the gym. I grew up in the South Rocky Mount area, so it's just at the gym, man. Me and my guys, we was just hooping. That's all
Yeah.
we did was hoop. We ain't trained. Like I ain't know nothing about training
Right.
and stuff like that. So we just went to hoop. But we was hooping daily, day
Right.
in, day out, all day, just going to the gym and just hooping.
Yeah.
So that's what majority of that came from.
That's dope. Talk about your Northern Nash legendary run.
Oh man, yeah, that was cool. Like it was, playing with some of my guys in my neighborhood, and
Yeah.
a lot of my other guys went to the rival school, which was Rocky Mount.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? It was just
That's one of the biggest rivalries
yeah,
to
it
this
was
day.
definitely one of the biggest rivals. So it was like I was playing with them guys like after school and stuff like that until playing against them in high school. So
Right.
it was major, man. And that's when basketball was really like you locking in. You got to buy games before,
Yeah.
tickets before school,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, for
saying
sure.
no video out of it. Or
Right.
No, you know what I'm saying? Everybody just came.
Everybody
to hoop.
was there.
Yeah,
It was the
everybody was.
thing. It was a place to be.
Yeah, it was a place to be. Everybody went to the games, from the community to the pastors to
Right.
the politicians,
Barbers.
to everybody, barbers, everybody. You in the barber shop, everybody like, yo, you going to the game tonight.
Yeah,
so it was
yeah,
just
yeah.
something to do, for the community, for the city, for real.
Yeah. What is your favorite moment at Northern that you can remember?
I always remember just playing against Rocky Mount, playing
Yeah.
against senior high. I think like one time, I think my career high was like 38. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Against Rocky Mount.
Yeah.
So that was a big thing right there.
That's a
Like,
special moment
yeah,
right there.
you playing against the rival and you score like your career high.
Yeah.
So that was something real major for
Yeah.
me, for real.
That's dope. That's dope. So what went in talk about your recruitment and then what ended up making your decision to go to Norfolk State?
Well, my recruitment was, it wasn't really heavy. I wasn't really highly recruited, all because of the area and all because of probably the AAU stuff.
Right.
So my thing was, I ended
So
up,
you didn't play AAU at all?
Nah, I played like some kind of AAU, but not like
Yeah.
it is now. Like
Right.
not all that. I wasn't into it, and I had a some bad situations. Just being like, yo, I'm gonna play in the hood, and somebody gonna watch me wherever I'm at. I'm
Right.
in high school. That was some bad guidance for real, but
Yeah.
it was just more of it was just more playing in the hood. So just me being recruited. Like I had went to ECU. I was supposed to go to ECU. So I went there for our team camp, balled out. So, they was like, yeah, we interested. We gonna come, blah, blah, blah. The coach ended up getting fired, the guy that was recruiting me. So it was just me just like, yo, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I actually knew a police officer, ex-police officer in Rocky Mount, Officer Brooks, never forget. He drove me down to Norfolk State, like in his truck.
For real?
Like, come on, kid, I know a coach over there.
Yeah.
He drove me down there like one Saturday. He was like, just bring your hoop shoes just in case they want you
Yeah.
to play. So I was just going to meet the coach. I brought my hoop shoes, brought my hoop stuff. I went and hooped. They was like, oh, nah, we signed you right then.
That's nuts.
Yeah, but it was like, how did anybody miss you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's nuts.
so that's how that went. It was like I drove down there. I openly just paid open gym with them. I
Right.
hooped out, and they was like, yeah, we signed you.
Did you feel like undervalued or underappreciated, under-recruited, whatever you want to say, as far as high school coming out, or did you feel like you knew it was like an area thing where it's really tough, or like you knew that, well, I didn't play AAU to put myself out there?
Well, I didn't really know nothing.
Yeah.
So it was just me, like, I was just hyped to,
Just
be able
being
to
a
play.
high school
yeah,
kid.
being a high school kid. So I didn't even really know nothing about like the recruiting part of it or
Right.
going to school. It was more like, all right, I'm a hoop and I'm gonna just take care of business after that. So when the doors
Right.
open, I was like, all right, bet, let's go. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it was just like after the fact, when I look back, I'm like, oh man, I should have did this differently, or I
Right.
should have did that. But
It worked out.
It worked out.
Yeah.
I ended up, being great. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it worked out real good for me.
Yeah, that's dope, man. So you evolved from coming off the bench at Norfolk State to being one of the top scorers by the end of your career there, what was that development process and that mental process that you had to go through during your years at Norfolk State?
It's just like being a freshman at any school, like, you know what I'm saying? So it was just more me getting the opportunity and just gaining the coach's respect. You know what I mean? So I got in a couple games for my freshman year, but it was like either I'm getting in when we down 20 or we up 20.
We up 20.
So it was one of those things when I got in, I was hooping. Like, it was like one game I played like 6 minutes, had 11 points, 3-4 rebounds, couple assists, steals. So it was just one of them. So they seen the potential. And then in practice, I was dogging in practice. I was dogging. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo.
Like, what's going on?
Yeah, so, but I didn't understand it. Like, again, I'm still a Rocky Mount kid, happy to be in school. So it was like, all right, man, I'm just
this what it's supposed to be like.
Yeah, this what it's supposed to be like. So I'm like, all right, my time gonna come. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like
we'll talk about that mindset real quick, Mo, because like these kids don't have it. And it's like no going through adversity and having to go through that brick wall and trusting the process. Like everything now is just like, if it's not shiny or if it's nothing to happen right now, I'm ready to leave. So talk about how you maintain that mindset.
It was just, and with me, it was just me being from Rocky Mount. So I mean, a lot of people I don't know watching it knows about Rocky Mount situation. It wasn't better then, it wasn't worse. It's the same situation now. So it's tough coming from Rocky Mount. So me, you know, one good thing about this area, this all the area, if you play sports and you're good, everybody knows who you are. Everybody knows who you are. So you're getting support from everybody in the 252. So it was one of those things that like, I probably was the first person that went D1 in a long time from there. You know what I mean? So it was just one of those things like, all right, everybody happy for me. Everybody rooting for me. Let's make it work. So my thing is, I didn't want to upset my family and my people. And you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, my time's going to come. I knew I was a dog on the court. I knew I could play. You know what I'm saying? So it was just me trusting my coaches and, you know, them trusted me and it ended up coming. But it was like, all right, when I come in, I'm going to take full advantage of what I'm going to do. I'm going to ball out. I'm going to do whatever he say. I'm going to leave him no choice but to play me. You know what I'm saying? So that's how one of them situations went. Like my freshman year, I probably played I probably averaged 3 points. But I was probably better than the guard. I was better than the guard that was ahead of me. But it was just about respect. Like you do respect. Like I knew my time was coming. So, you know what I mean?
So talk about, what year was it that you felt like you transcended? Like junior year or so?
My sophomore year, because so this was the whole time I went to school, I was knowing that, okay, I got a senior guard. I'm probably in front of me. So I'm going to learn from him my freshman year. And then, you know, my sophomore year, I'm going to jump in and be the man. So it went exactly probably how I planned it. You know what I'm saying? It's like my freshman year, sat the bench, played a little bit. My sophomore year, I was a sixth man. I was supposed to have been starting, but my coach is like, yo, look, you better off the bench. It worked out. You know what I mean? My junior, senior year was like, all right, I was the man. Then, you know what I'm saying? But it's like my sophomore year, I think I was like the second or third option off the bench. And then when it came down to clutch, I was in the game. You know what I mean? When it mattered. When it mattered, I was in the game. So I didn't really care about starting because even with the fans and stuff, you know, in college when the fans come in, it's like, it's a good thing you coming off the bench because there's no expectation. Nobody expected nothing. So then it got to the point that when I came in the game, all the crowd yelling and stuff like that. Oh, put Deloach in, put Deloach in. So it was one of those things like I was kind of happy. Like, my time about to come, I'm about to go in and I'm about to affect the game. You know what I'm saying? So you could just feel the difference of me starting and me, you know what I'm saying, me coming off the bench. And I was cool with being the sixth man. I was happy.
Yeah, that's dope, man. And that's something that these kids will never understand. So, you know, when you're mentoring some of these kids, and we'll hop into that a little later, like what are you telling them about, you know, staying the course?
Yeah, it's just like you got to be able to face adversity. If it was easy, everybody would do it. Like everybody that's nice and ball would go to college. Everybody that's nice and ball would go pro, would make some money playing ball. It don't work like that. Like I wasn't the best player that came from Rocky Mount, but I knew I had to. My grades was all right. I knew you had to know how to play. I mean, how to play with people. You got to know how to read plays. You got to know how to do defensive schemes. You got to, know how to do a playbook. You got to know all this stuff. So it ain't just about playing basketball. I tell people all the time, I wasn't the best player that come through Rocky Mount, but I was one of the ones that stuck with it. And that's what about. You got to stick with it through adversity and all this stuff like that. It's not going to be easy for sure.
100%. So by your junior and senior years, you was averaging over 21 points a game, leading your conference in multiple categories. How did that feel? And then what fueled that consistency for you?
You already know. I mean, it's just, at this point in my head is this big. I'm thinking,
Right.
I'm going to the league. You know what I'm saying? That was all my thing. So it was easy to coach. It was easy to coach me because at the end of the day, like my coach is just on some stuff like either you gonna get down or you gonna lay down type stuff. Like, yo, you gonna either ball out, you gonna work out, or shoot, you gonna be working at Walmart type
100%.
stuff. You know what I mean? So that was it was easy to coach when it comes to stuff like that because you ain't gotta ask me to go to the gym.
Right.
I'm thinking money now. I'm thinking like I'm trying to change my family life. You know what I'm saying? Then once I'm going to playing against Michigan and all these big type schools, and they screaming me out like Dick Vitale saying my name type stuff. Yeah. So it's like, all right, bet I'm in the door now. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of wish I would have came out a little bit later now because like if I came out of this area, it'd be a lot easier because 100%. Now they giving HBCU kids a chance. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I graduated. When I graduated, it was like, he can score, he can play, he's short. But he went to an HBCU, they getting beat by 20 against these big time schools. But whoever I played against, I was giving workout. Right. And I ran into a lot of these guys I played against overseas, and they all remember like, dog, you was a dog. How the way you ended up at Norfolk State? Yeah. And I was like, bro, that's how I felt. That's like I'm from a little city with 50, 60,000 people. Right. That's how I felt. Like it's different. Right. So it was just like college, my junior, senior year, it was more of me thinking I'm about to get to the league. So everything I did, I prepared myself for go to the league. You know what I'm saying? I was working out, I was in my books, I was doing this, I was preparing myself this, hollering at the right situation to people. Right. It was just more me acting already like a professional. Right.
That's love. That's love. So what did it mean for you personally, being from Rocky Mount and being a prominent Division I scorer and a star at HBCU? What did it mean for you to play at a HBCU and being there in a different culture? What did that mean to you?
It meant a lot, but I didn't know nothing else. Yeah. That's all I knew. So it ain't like I took a visit to Duke or Carolina or NC
like
State.
You had any other difference.
Yeah, so it was like
your choice.
I chose that, you know what I mean? I seen that, you know what I mean? So even when I went to, I didn't really know the difference until when I started playing overseas, and some of my teammates was playing at Michigan. They was playing at Ohio State, and then they was telling me how they was getting treated. I was like, dang, y'all got 10 pair of shoes. I was getting 2. Right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got limited Gatorades, and then we got 6 Gatorades.
Right.
You know what I'm
100%.
saying? So, it was. I didn't really realize that until I was going, talking to other players, and that didn't come until I was already a pro. Right. You know what I mean? So I didn't really know a lot. You know what I'm saying? Whatever Norfolk State was doing, I was hyped because again, I come from Rocky Mount, so it's like I didn't really know. It ain't like I went to this school or that school, or I had options to choose from. Oh, this giving me 10 Gatorades. Norfolk State only giving me 3. Like I didn't know, so it was like I was happy with Norfolk State. Yeah. So I'm cool with the HBCU thing, and then just going there and understanding the college life, or like the fraternities and the sororities. I never seen that. You know what I mean? Like we don't got a college in Rocky Mount where we can go to campus at high school and see what's going on campus. You know what I'm saying? So it was like all this is just new to me and exciting and fun. You know what I mean? So my kind of story kind of different from people's stories now because some of these kids you can look on TikTok, Instagram and see how the college life is. I didn't have nothing. We didn't have nothing.
You just stepping on campus.
Yeah, camping on campus. Facebook came when we was in school. You know what I mean? So it was different for sure.
Stepping on campus and it was lit off rip.
It was lit off rip. You know what I mean? I'm like this.
Talk about the HBCU. So you stepping into that new world, like HBCU culture is something. I used to go to GHO. And I mean, it's just that atmosphere gives you a different feeling. Yeah. So talk about being there for 4 years off court and how it impacted you culturally.
Yeah, the culture is crazy, man. It's just homecoming, and it's like a big high school. It's like a big high school with more people, more students, more teachers. Man, it was love, man. Homecomings, and then going to playing against these people, and then you got class, but there's a DJ sitting outside. So you're like, should I go to class or they partying every day? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's 12 o'clock and you at the cafeteria and there's a DJ out there. Everybody's outside and you gotta choose to go to class around this time. So it was just like, it's an experience, man. Like again, I always revert back to coming from Rocky Mount, man. But it was just an experience coming from Rocky Mount. You know what I mean? So I'm excited, man. I was excited the whole time in college. I had from my freshman year to my senior year, it was like eyes wide open the whole time being there. It's like a little country boy like a little baby going to the store and see a whole bunch of candy. I was man, it's good. So that was that situation was right there.
Yeah, that's fire. That's fire. So before we dive into your pro career after college, let's talk about the Pro-Am in Durham, where you just really dominated and kind of put your name on the map as far as being a pro. How was that experience? And that was when all the pros and John Wall and all of them were at that one in Durham.
Yeah,
So talk about that experience, because people don't know Mo was out there cooking.
Yeah, it was. I mean, bro, it's like, bro, I just had the mentality, bro. Everybody put on their pants like me. Like I had that dog in me. I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, these dudes already got a name.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm about to go out there and just hoop. And then luckily, how the tables fell, I always played with a star. Like I was playing with Kyrie.
Yeah.
I was playing with Austin Rivers. I had played with a whole bunch of good guys.
Right.
So it was like everybody was coming to see them anyway. And then it was like, yo, who is this dude?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
You
who
just
is
took it as an opportunity.
Yeah, so it's like, I bet they looking at them. Of course, they got the show, but like everybody like, yo, it's this one kid that's on their team. I don't know where he going, or where he at. This dude is nice.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
And you know, back then it was difficult. Like I'm 6 feet and I'm jumping over people, dunking, and they you know what I'm saying? I had the whole package. So they like, that was cool right there. And I'm glad that it opened up a lot of doors for people starting to see. Like I went to a HBCU, but shoot, he can ball too.
Did you feel like that excelled your pro career?
Yeah,
or like as far as the connection and being around there, or did you already have that like coming out of Norfolk State?
Nah, I kind of had it a little bit, but I had it up that way.
Okay.
So, you know, when I was coming and playing, I was starting off playing in the one in Raleigh, at the Chavis. So, which is more like some of the schools that was coming to see was like, yo, how do we let you get out of North Carolina? Type. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't know. Like, I didn't get recruited by you guys. And they were like, man, we missed the opportunity. So it was like, they didn't even know until, you know, they started seeing it. Was like, yo, where he from? And then they seen Rocky Mountain. It was like, he from North Carolina? How we let him get out of here? It was one of those things. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, they let me know that it was just exposure. We didn't get a lot of exposure coming from that area.
The 2-5.
You didn't get a lot of exposure.
So after the NCAA success, you headed overseas and played in Poland, Czech Republic, Italy, Romania. What was your biggest adjustment on and off the court from being a pro over there?
Just the language barrier.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That was the crazy. So my first year, I ended up going to Poland. Okay. So you know that was crazy. You know what I mean? It's snowing. I'm
about to say, as you've been saying, like small town Rocky Mountain, going to Poland is crazy.
At this time now, I'm kind of like, all right, I done been to college. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of spoiled a little bit. So it's like, all right, I'm going back to day one. I'm going back to the trap. So it's just like, all right, I'm over here to get a bag. I'm over here to, you know, make my family happy. And, you know what I'm saying? So I'm a pro now. You know what I mean? I signed a contract. I'm getting paid to play. So that was my goal right there. It's like, shoot, I want to get paid to play some basketball. You know what I mean? So I was cool with everything. Like just in Poland, like I had a couple teammates that was already playing. That was a good thing too. You know, I was there with 3 other guys that had been playing a couple years. So it wasn't like I was just all the way just out there. So it's like I'm under their wing. So you know what I mean? They like helping me out. Like, oh, nah, young boy, you got to do this. You got to do this. You got to send money home like this. Or you got to do this. Or this how you talk to your people. Or, you know what I mean? So it was like, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all, like I thought it was going to be, but it wasn't bad at all.
A lot of people talk about their experiences of being an overseas pro and like how sometimes you don't get paid on time.
Nah, but if you
a lot of crazy stories I've heard from some of my guys. But I just feel like some of those guys, man, like, you know, and I love them, but like they don't know when to let it go. And it's like, you know what I mean? Like you were going to the 3rd, 4th league over there, and it's like, bro, like you're smart enough to create something at home
Make more bread.
You know, I guess you can go chase it, but for me, I just didn't think it made sense to go over there for $30,000 when I can get a job. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but you see it all the time.
All the time. And to be honest, like, my first year, I knew it was going to be like a little grind. So I can see if it's your first year, you were going to make some money. But after that, man, they ain't offering the bag, man. I'm staying home. I always had that mentality, like, I got to get money. Like, I got bills to pay. You know what I mean? I got this, I got a family to take care of. So it was more like, if I ain't getting the bag, then what's the need to be here? You know what I mean? I did this. My first year was my experience. You know what I mean? Other than that, let's get after it. So I pretty much was in a good situation overseas, though. I can't lie. My 10 years over there, I pretty much got all my money. You know what I mean? So I was in some good places, and then a lot of people be chasing the money and not chasing like the opportunity, as in like I'm hitting players up like, you got all your money last year? You know what I mean? Oh yeah, we got all our money. So them the places I'm going. So you know, I got offered all this money to go to this place, but I call a player, he like, bro, we didn't get paid last year.
Yeah.
I bet I'm gone. I ain't
Right,
gonna mess
right,
with
right.
it.
You
know what I'm
eliminated
saying?
that.
Yeah, I eliminated. So
Yeah.
I would take less money. Like I had went on to sign a 3-year deal with the team.
Yeah.
Because I knew like I got my money the first year. All right, bet I'm about to go ahead and sign 2 more years. So I was cool with that. I might have cut myself short on a lot of bread, but it's like I know it's guaranteed to get this. You know what I mean? So a lot of people don't do that. They go over there and chase the bag, and then I still get players hit me up now like, yo, bro, I didn't get my money. I said, bro, that's how it be sometimes.
Right.
You just gotta do your research, and hopefully your agent look out for you and put you in a situation where he already sent players there. And but if not, then it can be rough. It can get rough. Like I don't seen it a lot of times. Players going out there almost throwing the game. They was like, I ain't getting paid anyway, so I'm good. I'm like, all right, bet I did. Let's go. Let's go.
Right. You don't know what you got going on.
I got all my bread. I'm happy. I'm good. So that be a situation right there too, though. Like players be chasing the dream, and the ultimate goal is to take care of your family and get paid. So I feel like you can play in the G League or something. You know what I mean? Know you're gonna get your money, then decide to go overseas and play for $1,500 a month.
Be far away.
You know what I mean? Like I'm just not doing it.
Yeah,
I just wouldn't recommend nobody to do it unless it's your first year. You just want to do it. You chasing a dream. And blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, man, it's a bag out here to get. And it might not be hooping. It could be something 100%. Else, training, or you know what I mean. You can make more money training than some dudes making overseas. You know what I mean?
100%.
So it's just different.
What was your favorite city over there out of all the places you played?
Rome, bro. That's why I signed I signed a 3-year deal there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I stayed.
So everything wasn't just based off of the money.
No, it was just
the environment.
It was easy. Yeah, they gave me a bunch of flights. I was flying homeboys over, people over. They gave me a good hotel. They gave me a good crib, a decent car, and I was just right there in Rome. Like it was more Americanized. Like you see a lot of Americans and people coming to the games, and it wasn't a difficult flight flying from Rome to the USA. So I factored in all that.
That's dope. Did you ever learn any languages while you
I did, but I forgot it. You know what I mean, if you don't
be backing them out too much.
I've been home too long. You know what I mean, so I hear some people talking into something like that. I'm like, I remember some of those words and stuff like that. But fluently,
not fluent enough.
I couldn't fluent enough to have a conversation. Nah.
So you earned MVP honors in the Czech Republic and averaged double figures in Italy each season you were there. What was the key to that consistency? Obviously, we know, taking care of the family back home, but like being overseas is just being isolated sometimes can mess with your mental. So like how is, and you literally, it's a job when you over there. So like you kind of got to, it ain't like you at Norfolk State or when we in college, like, hey yo bro, let's go get some shots up. You get your teammate. Now it's just you versus yourself.
Yeah, so it was more of me being, good. I had some great teammates every place I went.
That's good.
I had some great teammates, and my story is a little bit different from a lot of people's stories because a lot of people be like, man, my teammates suck. They was this and that. I had some good teammates everywhere I went. Yeah. And then I had a good coach in Czech Republic. He kind of prepared me for the overseas life, you know what I'm saying? So my game was set for overseas. Like, going back to college, like I had NBA scouts and all that tell me like, yo, you're gonna be a heck of a overseas player. Right. So that already put my mind out the league. I'm like, all right, bet he already told me what it was.
What do you feel like is the biggest adjustment from NBA to overseas as far as basketball?
I feel like, NBA, you got to do something very well. Right. You got to, at my height, I'm going to have to be a hell of a defender. Right. You know what I mean? And I got to be able to shoot the ball. You know what I mean? Overseas is like giving you a freelance to do everything. You know what I mean? So it was like, I was happy. I was happy. Like, once I went overseas, it wasn't like I'm coming back to go to the league. It was more like, all right, bet over the summertime, I'm going to train myself to go back overseas. Right. You know what I mean? I already had it set. Like, the NBA's cool. I would love to make millions, but I'm happy. I'm cool over there. I'm going to get my bag. I'm going to come back to the crib. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it was one of those, like, with overseas, I got to do what I wanted to do. Yeah. Like, I was kind of in between. I was a 1 and 2. So it was like overseas, I got to show that I can do to play both. You know what I'm saying? I average 5, 6 assists. I can still get to the bucket. I can shoot. Right. I can, you know what I mean? I can drive. In the league, it's like more like you got to do this one thing and do it well. Right. If you don't do it, the next person coming in, like you got somebody that's 6'6" is doing the same exact thing you can do. They can guard. You know what I'm saying? So, I already had in my head what it was going to be. I was like, I'm going to make my bread overseas, do this, and I'm going to come do this, and I'm going to do that. You know what I mean?
That's fine. So, what overseas culture or city, we kind of touched on this, but which one had the biggest impact on you and why?
Again, Italy.
Yeah.
It was again Italy. I played Italy for five years.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was more like I loved it there. It became home. The people are nice. You got your money on time. I mean, it was love.
There's a culture and food over there. I'm going to Italy Sunday.
Oh yeah, it was lit.
For a week.
What part?
I have no idea. The Amalfi Coast.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't know.
Nah, Italy was good, man.
But I heard it just looks beautiful.
It's
I'm
beautiful.
super excited.
The people are nice. I mean, the basketball is great. They support basketball. I tell people all the time, if you can stay in Italy, stay. You know what I mean? Because you ain't got to worry
How's
about
the food?
Nah, good. Best pasta of your life. Pizza, pasta. I mean, it's good, man.
Way different than American now.
Yeah. I don't even really like American pizza no more, just off of that. You know what I mean?
It's a lot more sugar in there.
It's more. It's good.
They eat lean over there. You don't see a lot of obese people over there.
No, you don't. You don't. And then, but everybody's active. Everybody's walking. When you wake up in the morning, people get their coffee. They walking to work. They taking a bike. They doing this. It's fresh fruit just outside. It's not like, you know what I mean. Up here in America, you know, somebody got to go up the street. They're gonna take a car.
Right.
You know what I mean. So people are exercising. People are doing this. The people live longer over there too. You know what I mean?
Like say they getting that bacon, egg, and cheese over here.
Yeah. They going to McDonald's and they get it in. So that's a big difference too. I mean, you just see a lot of people more active doing things.
Yeah. So you once said after you started going into the retirement mode that you lost the love for the game. What did that realization look like for you, and what made you make the decision to retire?
I told myself I was gonna get to 10 years.
Okay.
I'm gonna get to 10 years. So no, I was preparing myself for retirement after my 4th year playing.
Okay.
So I'm already setting stuff up back home. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting this. I'm gonna set my bread aside to do this. I've got a restaurant coming. So I'm setting all this up my 4th year.
Yeah.
My first couple years, I'm BMFing. I'm blowing all the money. Whatever I made, I'm coming back home. I'm
crazy.
Got my homeboys. Let's go pop some bottles.
Yeah.
But you know, once I got older, it's more like, I bet I know basketball gonna come to an end.
Yeah.
It's gonna come to an end pretty soon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like I was already preparing myself, my 4th, 5th year in. I'm like, all right, bet I'm gonna put this aside. I'm gonna send this home. I'm about to holler at my pops and my peoples about doing this. And you know what I mean? So it was just like I was already prepared, bro. Yeah. So it was an easy transition for me. It wasn't one of those things like, yo, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, as soon as I retired, I jumped right into you know what I really want to do. You know what I mean? So it's like that. It was easier for me. I was just more frustrated and mentally drained from me not playing anymore. You know what I mean? So tough. So I went through a state of depression. Didn't even know I was depressed. Right. You know, I retired on top of COVID. So it was COVID, and then I retired because of COVID. Yeah. So it was like I'm going through all this, and I didn't know I was depressed. I'm like, all right. What I'm gonna do? I ain't gotta go to the gym. Right. I ain't gotta go do this. I ain't gotta do that. Crazy. So it's like I was not doing nothing. Yeah. You know, I was just partying, having fun. You know what I mean? Not knowing like I'm really depressed.
That was really like a mask, honestly. Yeah. Like you don't realize that you go through it, because I came home and worked at Enterprise, and I was just like you working so much for a corporate job that like I didn't realize like how much basketball meant. And it's like, yo, like I'm gaining weight. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm going out to try to mask like the hard work week. And it's like, what is the common denominator? Like, and I'm like, bro, I'm not hooping. Like I got to hoop. Like this is all we know. So it is the toughest adjustment. But like you said, being able to have a plan or not let that affect you moving forward. As far as anything else you want to do in life, you got to be able to you got to shake out of it, because if not, it'll eat you alive for the rest of your life.
Yeah, and I think it hit me for, I ain't gonna even lie, it probably hit me for like a year.
Yeah.
It probably hit me for like a year, and I was still doing my thing. I was still doing, you know, what I was supposed to do, but it was just more like I was really sad. Yeah. I'm like, what am I sad for? Like, you know what I mean? You did what you're supposed to do. You didn't get hurt your whole career. You didn't have any major injuries. Like a lot of people don't go through that. Right. So it's just me looking now, you know, looking back, I'm like, all right, I was depressed. I got up out of it. And it's like, it kind of helped me a lot, kind of figure out what I got going on. Right. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I lost the love for it. I wasn't really around basketball. Like, people asking me to train. I'm like, I'm cool. I'm good. I don't get my, you know, I'm making excuses for why I didn't want to do it when I should have been doing it. You know what I mean? When I should have been, that could have maybe took my mind off or still got out there. Because, like, when I stopped, I stopped. Yeah. I stopped.
You wasn't playing in no league, nothing.
I played a little bit, but it was like, I'm done. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm done. And then I picked up weight, and then I was like, nah, this ain't me. Let me get back. Let me get back to it. You know what I mean? Let me get back to it. At least, you know, working out and doing stuff like that.
Already. So after playing abroad, what made you choose to come back home to Rocky Mount, and what was that homecoming like? I mean, you could have moved back, and you living in a city like Rome, just Raleigh, Durham, different areas. What made you say, "Hey, I'm coming home"?
COVID. To be honest,
No choice.
COVID. So it's crazy that COVID hit, and it was on my 10th year. So I completed my 10th season, and then COVID hit.
Right.
So do I take a deal during COVID, or do I stay home? So you know what I mean. It was like, I don't know, man. You know what I mean. So I was praying, and I made the decision like, it's over, man. I ain't going back over there. And then luckily, like the season that I was supposed to go back, I had a deal coming up. They didn't get the money. They didn't play because of COVID. So I would have been over there going crazy. Like couldn't leave out the house, couldn't do nothing. So I'm like, oh nah, I'm kind of glad. Like you know what I'm saying? I stayed at the crib. I'd rather deal with COVID at home than deal with it somewhere else. 100%. I don't really know. I don't know the language. I don't know what they're telling me to do.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? So I was like, I'm glad I stayed home. So it was a tough decision. You know what I mean? Because everybody wanted to hoop, but shoot, it was best for me. It was best for me, and it kind of fell in my favor for real.
100%. God make everything happen for a reason.
Everything for a reason. Firm believer of that.
So then you launched the Motivation Foundation, where you offer camps, backpack drives, youth mentorship programs. What is the core mission, and where did that idea come from?
I actually launched that when I was overseas. Like I said, I was preparing myself already.
Yeah.
So it was like, a lot of people knew me. I knew a lot of people because of basketball. Okay, the area I come from in Rocky Mount is considered the hood type stuff. So my main thing is I want that kid. I was once them kids. Yeah. So it was like, all right, I want to provide something for them to do, or be able to look up to somebody that came from the hood. Like it's different coming from, I mean, you hearing somebody from cross town that ain't never been in the hood talk about making it.
Right.
But if somebody of your own, they know me, I'm in the hood, I was at the summer leagues, I was at the summer camps, they can really walk up to me. The story sounds more believable. Right. You know what I mean? So it was like, all right, this is one thing I'm gonna do with this foundation. It's more, work on the youth and giving back to the youth and just letting them know it don't matter where you're from, you can make it or do something. And then making it not always meaning making all this money, making this meaning being better for yourself. 100%. You know what I'm saying?
And breaking the cycle.
Yeah, generational curses. There's a lot of generational curses. So it's like more like I'm trying to be better than, my brother is, or my cousin, or my parents, or my dad, or my, you know what I mean? I'm trying to be a better person than them, and that's what I consider making it. You know what I mean? In my eyes, is making it, is being better, and then, reaching back down to somebody else, and helping them. So it's like, I help you, you help me. So, you know what I'm saying? If I help you, then you help somebody else. That person helps somebody else. You know what I'm saying? It keeps going on and on like that. And that's what I believe, my calling was for real. It was just reaching back to the youth and helping them out. You know what I mean? So giving them guidance and giving them this. Like even a lot of the players that's trying to do the ball stuff or have did the ball stuff, I have reached out, or they have reached out to me, and we talk, and I was like, yo, you got to do this, you got to do that, or you should do this, you should do that. You know what I'm saying? And it worked out. They all hit me up the same thing, like, yo, appreciate it, big bro, man. Like, I ain't really have nobody to tell me what to do, because nobody ever experienced this.
And I think that's probably another reason, why it means so much to you, bro, as far as like, you didn't have that guidance. So it's like, I'm not going to let you go through that. Yeah. And it means the world to these kids to be able to have. They got so many resources that we didn't have growing up, man. So it's amazing. I like, and I'm gonna give you flowers while you're here, man. I love watching it, bro. Yes. I love watching how your brand has grown just from when we met 4 or 5 years ago, briefly, to now. It's like, yo, if Moe put his name on anything, it's just going up. But that's a testament to what you've become, the effort that you put into your city, the youth, and just people in general, you know what I mean?
And it's always about being a good person too. Like a lot of people ain't gonna be like, oh, Moe, he a messed up dude, or he gonna try to get over on you on this or that. So that's a lot of stuff too. People just be chasing like clout. Yeah. You know what I mean? And try to do this for the moment. It's like, I've been locked in doing this for the city for a long time. So it ain't like I'm looking for some clout, or I'm actually been trying to pass the torch. You know what I mean? I be putting the young boys on like, yo, y'all gotta do this, y'all gotta do that. My time.
And I've been watching you doing the camps with the guys, and but they don't realize that it's just other intangible skills that you, like being able to stand and talk in front of kids, being able to like go in a room and like have a personality other than this just basketball or football player or rapper or singer. It's just like, you gotta have charisma. Because that is going to take you, relationship is going to take you way further than anything else. And if you can't get in there and you feel me, like,
yeah, they gonna work.
You know, and you don't have no respect.
Yeah.
It's going to be tougher for you to make it in life when that ball starts bouncing.
And then that's what I tell them, like, yo, it's gonna come to it. My thing, I'm telling all the young players and even the ones that's watching this, basketball is gonna come to an end.
Yeah.
And it's gonna come to an end quick.
Right.
Like I remember me just in high school.
100%.
You know what I mean? And it's like,
and to be real, well, not a lot of them are gonna have the same opportunities as we did. We was tough.
Yeah.
So it's just like a lot of them are really good, but they ain't like.
And they don't. They're not mentally tough.
There you go.
And then now coming out of high school, it's tough to come out of high school now. Like
right.
I still talk to my college
changed.
coach. He ain't even looking at high school players.
Changed.
They going straight to the portal.
Yeah.
The portal messing up for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, especially coming straight out of high school. So I tell them like, yo, if you got a school looking at you, man, go ahead and lock in.
Right.
Go ahead and lock in because they are going to the portal to find players because they like coaches want to protect their jobs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
they got families too.
They got families too. If you losing, they're gonna find the next person. So they're
Right.
trying to do whatever to win. They don't got time to waste on a freshman that don't really know nothing unless you just special.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's just like it's different now. It's different now. You know, you can go in and don't play your freshman year and my story, play your sophomore. It's very rare that you get stories like that because now they're going straight to the first place they're going to look is the portal.
Yeah.
He played at this place, he's looking for this, he played D2, he played D3,
Right.
he got college experience, he can come back up and then they giving you all these years. Like I just don't get it, but that's a new thing. Like,
it's a new day
people
and
playing
age.
6-7 years.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
It's not even college basketball.
It's not even college basketball, but it turned into a business now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I understand it.
Yeah.
I understand the business part of it, but I don't understand the basketball part of it, how they're allowed to do all this. But hey, it's to each his own.
You gotta adjust with the time.
You gotta adjust.
Or you're gonna get left behind.
You're gonna get left behind. You're gonna be fired one or the other.
100%. So how do you blend your identity as an athlete, coach, entrepreneur, father, and community leader? Like how is that managing all of that?
Man, it's difficult.
Yeah.
I don't know how I do it myself. Having time for my son, having time to coach at Northern, having time to still kind of train a little bit. And,
right.
Run the business. It's tough, man, but it's like that's what drives me. It's like, you know what I mean? When I get older, I can sit back and look and say, I did all this stuff at one time. Like, how do I do it? But it's just like, being more successful motivates me. You know what I'm saying? Being more successful. I know I got a lot of people that's looking up to me like, yo, Mo, we like what you're doing. We love what you're doing. That kind of drives me more to be like, all right, bet I got to do more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how that goes.
Yeah, that's fine. So your foundation obviously gives back in many ways, as we just talked about. What is one story or moment that moves you from any of the events that you've done?
Man, it's just me being able to do stuff in my neighborhood, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm big on my neighborhood, so just me having hundreds of people coming out for a book bag giveaway or feeding and stuff like that, bro, that's just like drives me. And then like kids walking up to me like, yo, thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. We want to be like you when we grow up type stuff. That's what really drives me, you know what I'm saying? Just knowing that my community got my back.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? If nobody else got my back, I know South Rocky Mountain gonna rock with me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's how I always look at it. Like my hood gonna always be there because I give back. And it ain't even about that. I'm just there. Yeah. Like I ain't the type of person just come through the hood just to take pictures. I'm there all the time. I'm in the gym all the time. I'm interacting with the kids. And, a lot of the kids now don't know that I play ball.
Yeah, 100%.
They don't know. So they know me as Moe.
Especially if you don't play.
Nah, I don't play. So I go in there and shoot. Or then they start looking at me on YouTube like, yo, you was nice. And then they start going looking at,
they got to see clips.
Yeah, you was ranked in the country. I'm like, like I ain't just telling you this. But that's why I like it like that because it's like, it's a different identity for me.
Right.
It's like they know me from being at the gym and owning Moe D's and doing. So when I start talking ball, they like, you ain't play no ball. Go look it up.
Right.
They come back the next day.
Hold on, young fella.
Yeah, they come back the next day and they like, yo, we didn't know you had bounce. And so that's like, you know what I mean? It's like one of those things like, now the younger generation is like, they like, okay, you did play. You know what I'm saying? That's why I try to kind of sometimes throw some clips on Instagram.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do this and do that. Like, all right, I was one of them.
Right.
I was one of them. And I always tell them like, yo, if I can go back and be like 19 or 20 for one day, I would give y'all 40.
Easily.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I always tell them. They like, nah. I said, yo.
Yeah, they be like the kid asked me the other day, he was like, Coach, do you feel like if you went back now, would you like, said certified 5-star.
Yeah, easy.
Like high major, like easily. I'm like, bro, we played in the toughest era of basketball where it was really hard to get to school. But I'm like, now, like with what I got right now, at 33, I'm still come out here and y'all still can't guard me.
I tell them.
It does not make sense to me. I'm like 13 years older. Y'all should be blah, 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 blah. But like, I mentally know how to play now, and they're not mentally as strong. Yeah. So if you miss a shot, shoot that weak ass shit again.
Yeah, you're gonna talk about.
And now I'm here. Now it's like they don't know how to adjust. So it's just those are the things that I try to get them mentally tougher is when I'm playing with them. But it is completely different.
Yeah, right? And I like that too because I could talk you out your game. I tell a person like I'm gonna beat you before I even get on the court.
Right.
You know what I mean? I already know you gonna try to do so much and go against me.
Yeah.
If you miss your first shot, it's over. You miss your second when you done with
you cook.
You cook. So it's like I don't beat you already because you mentally done. You trying to go at me and then like I can lead the game with 3 points, but I don't made assist this person and we won.
Right.
Like you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, that's what it's about. I don't have to get 40. I did that in my life. Yeah. Now it's about teaching and showing you and doing this and doing that. So it'd be fun though. Yeah. There's some hoopers out here. There's some hoopers. There's some hoopers. Like I had it was crazy. I was going to get one of the little young guys in the city. I don't even want to say his name. Yo, dude was cooking me. Yeah. He didn't even know he was cooking me though. Yeah. I'm like, yo, I can't even guard, dude.
I can't move.
I can't move. And he hit me with so many moves, but then he don't know what to do with it. And I'm telling him, I said, bro, you could have scored on me every time. Yeah. But you just trying to like take it easy because it's me instead of being a dog. Right. So I was like, yo, when I'm growing up, some of these older cats will tell you, like, if I'm 20, 21, and I'm going against a 35, 36, I'm letting them have it.
Yeah, they getting cooked.
Like, he getting cooked. And I'm saying, you got to have the same, don't take it easy because it's Moe. Like, make me be like, yo, I'm done for the day.
Right.
Like, he didn't do that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So now me telling him like that, now I try to play against, he try to go at me more. You know what I mean? Right. But I'm telling him like, listen, that should be your mentality. Nobody steps on this court. Can't nobody guard me. Right. So, you know what I mean? You got to keep going like
that.
And
I think it comes from the social media, like, comparison thing. Yeah. Like, I watch our kids sometimes, and it's like, and when they working out, it's like, that's my boy. So, like, when I get on him, I may at him. Yeah. We between the lines, like, it's over. We talking, well, we've had plenty of screaming matches with me and the boys, like, you know, fuck is you talking about? Yeah. Hey, we going to cook out. When that shit over, we going to cook out and get a milkshake, bro. But like,
in between them lines, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like,
bro. If we get at it, we get at it. Yeah. We ain't gonna put our hands on each other. But I'm a dog just like you a dog. 100%. So that's one thing they don't get that. And another thing, like me, when I used to work out and stuff like that, I don't want no cameras in the gym. Right. I don't want I ain't doing this for the cameras. I'm doing this to get better. Yeah. So I don't want nobody recording me doing this or yo, let's go.
So what do you think about?
I tell kids.
What do you think about it now?
No, I tell them don't call me. Yeah. Like, I'm just being real. Don't call me. Unless you're doing it to make some money or NIL or something like that. I get it. Right. But you want to show people that you putting in work. Yeah. That don't make sense to me. Right. Put in work and show it in the game. Right. You know what I mean? So I get it. Yeah. Everybody wants the social media. Everybody wants, but put in the real work. And a lot of people don't put in the real work. They'll go get a cameraman. Right. Work out one day, and then that's the only time they work out. Right. And so you ain't worked out all week, but you work out this one day, you want the cameraman to act like you doing it every day. Nah, put in the work every single day. Put in the work every single day. Go
multiple times
and do something basketball related. If you're tired, go run the track. Yeah. Do some push-ups. Go walking. Right. You know what I'm saying? Do something. Do some yoga. Do stuff. I wish I would have had time to do stuff like that growing up. I didn't know. Yeah. You know what I mean? I didn't know how important yoga is or stretching. Like we got out and played. We didn't stretch.
Yeah, we didn't stretch. We just hooping.
You know what I'm saying? We just hooping. So now like recovery, ice baths. I didn't realize all this until after the fact. When I became a pro, you know, it was mandatory to ice. If we didn't ice, we got fined. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So I didn't realize. So now I'm thinking like in high school, if I would have started this high school, my career probably would have lasted more. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Care of your body.
Take care of your body. Like, you know what I mean? It's a lot of things now in Rocky Mountain too. Like they got strict yoga classes. I went to yoga classes.
And y'all got all the over there competitive edge.
Yeah, they got everything.
They got a crazy recovery room. And I bought the Normatex for my guys here.
Yo, it's
crazy. Like rarely use it.
Man, they got it.
Like you could have told me like if it's 2-3 times a day, I'm here at noon every day. Coach, I need the Normatex.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
We just had a hard leg lift boom, before I hit the court, I'm gonna release. After I'm gonna ice and like.
They don't understand it. They don't, but they're gonna understand it when they get older. They're gonna wish they would have did it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the same way. Like I think I would have been way more athletic. I think I would have been lasted way longer playing if I would have did a lot of recovery stuff. And I didn't believe in it. I'm like, I don't need that. That's fake. Whole time I didn't know that it helps your body.
100%.
It helps your body. It helps you last longer. Like,
but you were like, but they watch athletes like Bron is like. I just saw Bron and his wife doing Pilates.
Yeah.
Did you see that clip?
Yeah.
And it's like. You know, kids still won't do it.
Why you think he's 40 still playing, looking like he's in his 20s? Because he's doing stuff there. Like they don't. I seen kids like you gotta watch your diet. You can't be going to eat McDonald's. You gotta really eat healthy. Like I didn't know none of this stuff until I became a pro. Like, even in college, I was eating anything. You know what I'm saying? Now when I become a pro, I'm with other pros and they like, yo, we doing this, we eating this, we doing this, we ain't doing this, we only eat this for a month. Like I'm like, all right, bet, let me join the program. And it made my game better. You know what I mean? It made my game better.
100%. So tell us about, you mentioned it briefly, Moe and D's, man, the restaurant that you run with your family, what inspired that venture, and just tell the people about the restaurant in general.
What inspired me really was my family liked to cook. You know what I mean? So it was just one of those things that we just like, look, we're going to open up a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? When I get some bread, we're going to do this. You know, the family came together and that's what we decided to do. So, you know, and then I also was one of the things of giving back to the city. Like people that know about Rocky Mount, we don't have a downtown. It's growing now, but it's just like, I bet we gonna bring something to the city that the city needs. So a black-owned business in downtown Rocky Mount is major. So that was one of those things, just, you know, having an impact and a legacy. Now that I got a son, my son always got a home. He always got a job. He always got something that he can remember his dad about. You know what I'm saying? My dad, you know, is part of the Moe D's.
Yeah, that's fire, man. So what has been the most challenging part of transitioning from basketball to an entrepreneur?
People, man. Just finding good people, man. Finding good help is like the hardest part because I be wanting to do everything myself. And running a business, you can't do that. You got to have some type of help or you're going to drive yourself crazy. So that's just the main thing. It's like, I bet if you have a bad game, you go to the gym to shoot. You know what I mean? You can go work on your game or you're not conditioned, you go running. You running a business, you have to put your business responsibilities on other people, and I never had to do that. With basketball, your responsibility is you. You do what you're supposed to do. Now, when it comes to entrepreneurs, you gotta put in trust in people too. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. Like me being able to trust and me learning to trust other people to handle stuff. And that's still my problem now. I be wanting to do everything myself. And like when you got a team and a good team, you know everything should be cool.
So how have these roles in your businesses help you stay connected to Rocky Mount while inspiring change?
I mean, it helped me stay, I mean, I would say just because I'm still active. You know what I mean? So even though I got the businesses in Rocky Mount and, you know, what I'm doing in Raleigh, it's more like I'm still in Rocky Mount. I'm still like, I'm at the gym, I'm at this. So that's my time and that's my giving back also. Like when I'm there couple hours a day just helping out, or I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and that's just what I like to do. Like I look forward to going out there and helping the kids and doing this and just being a face and, you know, them being able to come and talk to me about stuff. And you know what I'm saying? Some of the kids can't even believe it. Like, yo, don't you supposed to be da-da-da-da?
Right.
I say, yo, this is my time right here. So, you know, I get back to it. You know what I mean? But, you know, right now I'm here to help you guys out.
Right. That's love. That's love. So if you could speak to your younger self at Norfolk State, what wisdom would you offer now?
Basketball related or just why?
All together.
I mean, I would just say learn more. You know, I would want to learn more when it comes to outside of the court. You know, because the stuff I know now, I taught myself. You know what I mean? I taught myself. So it was more like getting a mentor. Finding a mentor that's somebody that did it and just following their footsteps. It's okay to follow somebody. You know what I mean? It's okay to follow somebody that's have already did it. You know, you just bounce off of them. You know what I mean? I wish I would have had a mentor as in, I had a lot of mentors, but as in mentoring me on the basketball side and the business side also. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I kind of wish I would have had more of, like a mentor, you know, through that whole time process right there.
That makes sense. And what is one piece of advice you give the youth in Rocky Mount that's chasing their dreams?
I would say, man, just believe in yourself. Believe in yourself and know that know what you want to do, you know, and don't tell everybody else your dreams. You know what I mean?
That's big.
Yeah, don't tell everybody your dreams. You just have a list and put in your notes, your dreams, and as you accomplish them, check them off.
Right.
Check them off. Always have room for improvement and constructive criticism.
Right.
A lot of people don't like to be told that you're wrong.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's part of it. Everybody's not right. Even me to this day, I don't like nobody to tell me that I'm wrong.
Right.
But whole time you got to know that you're wrong.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's a big thing too. The younger kids got to just take constructive criticism. Now,
right.
You can't dribble with your left hand. Go work on it.
Right.
Don't think nobody telling you can't ball. Just go. You know what I mean? Go work on dribbling with your left hand.
Don't jump off a cliff because you can't dribble with your left hand.
Yeah. So that's the main thing. Just being mentally tough and being able to take constructive criticism.
Yeah. That's dope. So if you had to define your legacy, what would your legacy be within the next 20 years?
I mean, of course, being a hooper, but it would just be more like a community guy.
Right.
Just like Moe was like his legacy, bro. He was nice on that court, but he also looked out for his peoples.
Right.
He made sure his peoples was good. He made sure his community was good. And, he just did the right thing.
Yeah.
He always did the right thing, whether people hated on him or anything like that. He stayed solid.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't been in you ain't never heard about me being in a lot of drama or, getting in trouble with the police and stuff like that. I just kept a clean slate, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, you know what I mean? So that's my legacy is just me being a great baller and then also just, being in the community, being positive, you know what I mean?
Right. So what's next for you, man? Coaching, expanding your nonprofits, business, what you got going on nowadays that we can give the kids more inspiration?
Coaching, man. I'm heavy on that right now. I'm coaching at Northern. Then I also just opened up a bar in Raleigh, downtown Raleigh. So I'm doing that. But mainly coaching, man. And then just working on a whole bunch of different projects, man. Like the bar, expanding the bar, trying to go either Charlotte or Atlanta. You know what I mean?
What made you go into the nightlife?
I've been around it so long, man. You know what I mean? So it's just like, shoot, this is what I know, so I'm good at it. And, a lot of people support it. So it's just like, getting in the bigger scenery. Like, I went from Rocky Mount, still in Rocky Mount, but, then going to Raleigh.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a big difference.
Yeah,
you know
100%.
what I'm saying? So it's like now from Raleigh, I'm going to try Charlotte, then I'm going to try Atlanta. You know what I mean? That's the 5-year goal. You know what I mean? To be doing something like that. You got to have some goals set, like you said, like I just stated, in my notes. You know what I mean? So I'm checking them off. So, that Charlotte thing and that Atlanta thing in my notes. So, I'm checking them off as we go. But coaching, man. I enjoy coaching at Northern, man. That's I got the spark back for ball. You know what I mean? So coaching those guys, helping those guys out, and trying to, help them become better men. You know what I mean? Help them become better men and getting them in school, bro. Yeah. Getting them in school, some type of school. If it's JUCO, D1, D2, D3, just trying to get them the opportunity to play.
Oh, yeah, and even if it's not playing, just going to school.
Yeah, going to school.
Or having that real conversation with them, because that's like few far and in between at this point. Like, hey man, like it's senior year, have we not applied and thought about the second, third option at this point? Because if not, like, what you gonna work at Wingstop, or like, do you want to go to school and actually you can I give you a great example, Moose. Yeah, I worked with Moose a long time, and Moose could have played in college. Yeah, and I'm just told Moose, I'm like, super smart kid. I'm like, Coach, I'm going to A&T and I'm going to be an engineer. And it's like, that's super dope. Yeah, I'm super dope watching you because I know that was tough for you. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, he didn't let that define who he was, and he had character enough to. Now he in college thriving, he loving it. And you're creating a new you, like you said.
Yeah, and that's how it be with a lot of kids. They just don't know, especially coming from this area. They don't see a lot. Yeah. So it's just more like, I'm the man here, but you got to be special to play, bro. You got to be special. Not saying that kids are not special, but your calling might be something else, like you said with Moose. Right. Your calling might be something else. And at the end of the day, it's about getting the bag. Yeah. Changing your family's situation.
100%. 100%. All right, man, we're going to have a little fun with these last couple questions. All right, so I need the Mount Rushmore. So you got 4 of Rocky Mount basketball players.
The top 4?
The top 4, in your opinion.
Not including me?
You gonna put yourself up there?
I ain't gonna put myself in it. Okay, so what era are we going in?
All eras, any era. I will put them all together. Well, let's put a stipulation on it. They have to have graduated, and I would say gone on, or at least graduated from high school.
All right, so my top 4 from Rocky Mount, I'm gonna have to say, I ain't see Buck Williams on field 4, so I can't say them.
Okay.
So I see a guy named George McClain. I'm
Okay.
gonna have to say George. I'm gonna have to say Rod Edwards. I'm gonna have to say Tayshawn Mabry.
Tayshawn was crazy.
Tayshawn Mabry 3rd. Who was the 4th?
Trez? Is Trez from Rocky Mount?
He ain't really from Rocky Mount, though,
okay.
so. But I could put Trez at the 4th.
Yeah.
I mean, because he kind of in the Rocky Mount Leggett area. So, I would say that. I would say Tayshawn, Trez, George McClain, and Rod.
Okay.
That would be my 4.
And who is your NBA, you can go position or positionless, your NBA all-time starting 5?
I'm going to go with Steph,
Okay.
Kobe, Jordan, Shaq, and Hakeem.
Hakeem?
Yeah.
That's a shocker. You're the first person to say Hakeem. Why Hakeem?
Because
he was tough, though.
He was tough.
Yeah, he was
I'm
tough.
gonna put him at the 4 and Shaq at the 5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just how it is.
All right, now we're going 1 minute rapid fire. If you need to skip a question, just let me know and we'll come back to it. All right, your favorite teammate of all time?
Taylor Smith.
Okay. Toughest player you've ever had to guard?
James Curry.
He was tough.
Yeah.
He was tough. Your go-to hoop shoe?
Kobe's.
Okay. Favorite gym in the world to play in?
Norfolk State, of course.
Okay. Jordan, Kobe, or Bron?
Jordan.
Jordan. Best food in the city you've played in overseas?
Pasta, for sure.
Okay. First thing you eat when you land back in NC from coming overseas?
Chick-fil-A, for sure.
Favorite artist in your pregame playlist?
J. Cole.
Okay. Who's the best hooper out of Rocky Mount not named Moe Deloach?
The best, Tayshawn Mabry.
Okay. Would you rather drop 40 or get a triple-double?
Triple-double.
Okay. Which former teammate would be the worst podcast guest?
The worst, I mean, I don't know about that one.
You want to skip it?
Yeah, we'll skip that.
All right. One word that describes your journey.
Motivation.
Got you. All right, we're going back. Last question. Which former teammate would be the worst podcast guest?
College, high school,
Let's say college.
the worst, I would have to say Tony Murphy.
Tony Murphy.
Yeah, because he don't like to talk.
Okay.
He don't like
Cool
to talk,
deal,
so he probably
cool
be the
deal.
worst one.
Well, I appreciate you coming on, bro.
man,
It's love, man. Anything else you want to say to the people?
Nah, that's it, man. That's it. Keep going, bro.
Yes, sir.
I love it.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you guys for watching another episode of the Courtside Culture. Make sure you follow us on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Power TV NC, and we'll see you guys on the next episode.